Hi everyone, welcome again to another episode of Let's Warp Off with Kevin. And if you don't like it, you can go warp yourself. My name is Kevin, and today we'll be talking about Star Trek Discovery, Season 2, Episode 3, Point of Light. So what has been going on with the Klingons? And again, Tilly's mysterious friend again, seeing her again, what's with that? And also, we get to see some more reveals and more hints of the Red Angel. Stick around and find out. So this episode of Star Trek Discovery this week not only has an A plot, a B plot, but also a C plot as well. There's at least 3 different storylines in this episode, which I thought was really interesting. And the first one I'll be covering briefly is Michael Burnham's story, again reuniting with her mother Amanda, and talking about what is going on with Spock. Again, they talk to Pike, and they hear from the Admiral in their office, and the Admiral is apparently telling them that Spock has murdered at least 2 people, so we got a little more hints on sort of what's going on there. Overall, between the 3 storylines, I think this one may have had the least impact. We just get a little bit more of a push and a move of the search for Spock, if you will, storyline. So we get a nice little, it inches along, moves along a little bit, but we don't know too much yet. We still haven't seen the new Spock yet, though we played by Ethan Peck, so I guess maybe we'll see him in the next episode or the one after that. I'm not really sure, but it's good to see that kind of coming along and learning more about that. So L'Rell, or maybe should I say L'Oreal, because she has that wonderful new hair she has on right now. That was a fun thing we got to see with the Klingons, is that apparently we learned in canon that apparently after wartime they let their hair down, so to speak, or let their hair grow. And I thought it was an interesting little tidbit, because again, in Season 1, we saw them completely bald, no hair, and then Season 2, they do. Again, so that was a nice little interesting explanation there, because again, last season fans were wondering why Klingons didn't really have any hair, so it could also be a response to fan response or criticism feedback as well. And I thought L'Rell's storyline was actually very interesting, because I feel like it mirrors a lot of women's situation even in 2019. Again, trying to get into leadership roles and having males sort of questioning their power, or can they do it, or can they get the job done. So I thought that was really interesting to see with L'Rell's storyline for this episode. So again, I also loved the fantastic action sequence when Ash and L'Rell are kind of fighting with the Batliths, and they're taking out all of Cole's dad's henchmen. And I thought that was amazing, because again, I think that's the best action fight sequence we've ever had as far as that Klingon fight goes in maybe the history of Star Trek. I mean, I thought that was superb and fantastic and awesome, wonderful. And I love, too, at the very end, we get to see Michelle Georgiou, again, as now the leaders of Section 31, or part of Section 31. And again, she kind of takes them all out really badass, really. That was fantastic, super cool as well. And sort of as far as we get to see the political kind of coup arc with the Klingons go, we do get to see L'Rell sort of denouncing Ash Tyler and the baby, and sort of supposedly casting them aside, although they're kind of fake, duplicate copies. And she is now completely taken over, not as chancellor, but mother, which I thought was a very interesting choice. I think chancellor's a pretty good title, honestly, myself. But okay, you can go with mother, that's fine. All right, I get that. And I'm wondering, too, because again, you see Ash is now with Georgiou on the maybe Section 31 shuttle ship, whatever sort of that was. And I'm kind of wondering, will Ash be joining Georgiou this season? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Will she be joining Georgiou? Because again, we've heard rumors of the Section 31 spin-off show. And so I'm just kind of wondering, all right, is he kind of going away from the show? And is he going to be onto there? I don't know. It's very interesting. So that's very exciting stuff. So with the Tilly storyline for this episode, again, we see more of her kind of reacting sort of more to her friend and being very worried and freaked out. And then, of course, sort of at the very end, Stamets kind of saves the day. And I thought a very Ghostbuster-esque moment where he gets her the device and just sort of pulls the thing and sort of latches, gets her out of that. And I'm wondering, to see further down the road, is he going to use this again to get with Culber? And also when Tilly was speaking to her friend, her friend was sort of saying that, you need me, I'm your last chance, which I thought was very interesting. So, okay, this might not be the end of this particular storyline. We may see, again, more of this, again, down the road, as like really communicating, and maybe really Tilly, I think, will end up actually helping, the spore, maybe part of the angel, kind of maybe it's both, to maybe help its goals. Because again, I don't think we've seen the last of her friend, even though it seems like they've solved the problem. They contained it in a little bubble thing, but I think there's a little more down the road. Again, I think Mary Wiseman, again, had a lot of great scenes, a lot to do. So again, that was a really great part of the story as well. Oh, I also enjoyed the scene in the Tilly storyline where Tilly is sort of talking with Michael Burnham, and Tilly is sort of explaining to Michael sort of what's going on. I thought that was a really great scene between the two of them. It's a lot of like, it's a great combination sort of there's emotions there, of tears, and there's friendship, and there's kind of science, kind of all in that kind of one encompassing scene. So I thought this was a really great scene showing sort of the friendship between the two of them, and so I thought this was really wonderful and fantastic. So again, this episode I thought was actually really great, because again, he was able to churn out and move along kind of each part of the story of the 3 plot lines. We get an update on the Klingon situation, we get a little more with Tilly's guardian angel sort of / ghost plot a little bit, and again, we're finding out a little bit more about, Spock as well, and seeing how that develops, and hopefully, again, we'll get to see him and that, how that all develops. So again, I feel like we're really getting some good Trek this season, for, again, stellar, phenomenal sort of season 2. Again, a lot of, good story arcs developing, and some interesting kind of developments too with L'Rell's situation, and her staying and becoming, the mother or chancellor, if you will, whatever you want to call it. And so again, turning out to be a very good season of season 2 of Trek, of Star Trek Discovery. So again, as far as the Michael Burnham storyline is concerned, we get to see sort of, again, Amanda sort of has this encrypted file that she wants to be taken to find out more information of, but Pike, again, is a little hesitant to do so. But again, sort of once they do, can they talk to the Admiral? And again, they're figuring out that, something's very wrong, and again, they hear that he's murdering people, but also that they seem to be sort of covering this up a little bit as well. So again, we want to wonder what the Federation is doing, or Starfleet is doing in regards to this cover-up with Spock. Again, I think that's, why are they doing this? And I guess some nice, interesting little dangling mysteries for us to figure out for the next episode. So the question of the day is, what do you think is sort of going on with Spock? Now, again, I think Amanda mentioned something about maybe he's been seeing these visions since he was a child, which I think is very interesting. So it seems like this Red Angel, or whatever it is, has been a part of his, now in canon, it is now introduced that this has been part of his childhood, for a long time. Again, he's been having these for like a very extremely long time. So it's like, again, this is a new part of Star Trek lore and canon now. So again, like, why has the Red Angel been with Spock his whole life? What's going on? Is he really doing what they say he's doing? Did the Red Angel just take him over? Is he doing some sort of secret mission we're unaware of? Is this some sort of a lie? Again, comment below. I want to know what your thoughts are. And again, be sure to make sure to, again, like, subscribe, and share this video around. I'd really appreciate it. And again, I will see you all again next time. All right, take care. Bye-bye. So now you usually don't do this. I usually don't do 2 snaps in one video. You usually do one, and that's the end of it. But I have a little fun little promotional thing I'd like to let you know and be aware of, is that my good friend Robin Caceres actually designed a fun little t-shirt, actually. It's called KevinCon 2019. And it'll be fun. We're going to have a fun little informal and official meetup at Star Trek Las Vegas. And again, if you want to buy a shirt, that would be great. That'd be a lot of fun if, wanted to support this in some way, this channel, what I'm doing. Again, I will have a link in the script, maybe in the description, the show notes. And again, if you want to click on it, you want to buy it, it's a fun little thing we decided to do. So again, yeah, if you want to get a t-shirt, that'd be great. It's the first official piece of Kevin merchandise that I'm very proud to announce. So yeah, definitely check that out if you want to. So again, all right, now the second time, take 2. All right, see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.